When the humid shadows hover over all the starry spheres, and the melancholy darkness gently weeps in rainy tears. And the poet says that when the humid shadows, humid means something which has a lot of moisture, shadows as we all know it. So what the and hovers is basically to move from here and there. Now what the poet wants to say is, in first line is when the humid shadows over here refers to the black clouds. Okay, black clouds, and why they are being called humid? Because they are actually having lot of water in it. So it means that it's about to rain. The clouds are all dark, which are all filled with water, and they are moving from one place to another, as in they are moving in the sky. So which clearly is a symbol that it's going to rain. Over the starry spheres, when we see the stars at night very clearly, so the poet wants to say over the starry spheres where the clouds are moving, they are moving at the night over the sky, and the sky is black because it is night time. So basically the poet is saying that what he can see is while he's in his bed, he can see that there are black clouds which are moving, and the clouds which are full of water, and they are also shading, they are having their shadow over the earth. Okay, because the whole earth has turned black because of the clouds, and it is night time, and writer could also see some stars. And the melancholy darkness. So melancholy is when you are very sad. So poet was actually sad about something. So he says during the darkness time, when everybody is sad, when everybody they come back from their work, and when they sit and relax and see how vague life is. So the poet is actually saying that everybody is sitting in their rooms, and it's all sadness covered. He could feel that whatever he is thinking about, it's all covered with sadness. He's very sad because of the dark. Gently weeps in rainy tears. So now it starts raining, and he says that, poet says that what happened to the clouds? They started weeping, which actually the water which is actually coming out, it's actually rainy tears. It's not exactly rainfall, it is tears in the form of rain. What a bliss to press the pillow. Now he says, now poet who's actually sitting in his room on his bed says, now what a bliss it is, how wonderful it is to press your pillow. Like the poet is laying down on his bed and says that when he hugs the pillow, he feels that it is such a bliss in life. Of a cottage. Now he's actually sitting in his room in a cottage, and he's sitting on a bed. Chamber bed means bed which is actually covered. Chamber is something which is covered with 4 walls. So he is sitting in his bedroom, and he lie listening to the patter of the soft rain overhead. So when he is laying down on his bed, he's just keeping himself calm and listening to the sound. Pitter patter is actually the sound of the rainfall, and he feels overjoyed. He feels so calm and so soothing by listening to the sound of the rainfall. Now this rain sound is actually being called, it's very soft, very calm, because it is actually having a great impact on poet's mood. So that's why poet is saying that he is listening to the soft sound of the rain. Then the poet says, every tinkle on the shingles. Tinkle is again the sound which is being produced by the rain on the shingles. Shingles is basically a wooden tile which is upon the roof. So what is happening? Rain is falling on the roof, and the tiles which are on the roof, the rectangular tiles, as the water hits that tile, it produces a sound. And the sound has an echo in the heart. In the heart of whom? In the heart of poet. It means that every time poet hears the sound, he feels that the sound is repeated again. But where it is repeated? Not in his ear, but in his heart. And 1,000 dreamy fancies into busy being start. So as soon as he listens to the sound of the rain which is falling on the shingles on the roof, he feels that he could also recall into his busy life. His life is so busy, and not just his, he's talking about people's life here also, as everybody is so busy in their life that they do not have time to introspect and think and relive all the memories. So he says, but as soon as he listens to the sound of the rainfall, there are 1,000 dreamy fancies. Fancies is actually memories, dreams you can say. So there are so many dreams which he actually is able to recollect. He is able to think of all of it. And 1,000 recollections weaves their air. Now he's again saying, and whatever recollections he is having, it starts weaving. Weaving means bunna, as we say it, when you weave your sweater. So how memories are actually weaving is, because one memory is leading to another memory, that memory leads to another memory. So that's why he feels that memories are actually weaving itself, threads into woof. So the thread is actually joining one thread into the another. So when you're recollecting memories, what happens? You think, okay, I was a kid, then I met this person, then this person ke through main usse mila, then that person helped me do this. So what you are doing, you are just joining the dots, collecting the dots or joining the threads. So that is what the poet was actually doing. Now if we see here, recollections, okay, is also being personified, because recollection is a non-living thing. It cannot weave, can it? It's only human beings who can weave. So here recollection has been personified. Then he says that as I listen to the patter on the rain upon the roof. So poet says that as he listens to the sound again of the rainfall that is falling upon the roof of his cottage or roof of his room. Now we see that poet is again and again using this word patter. Okay, pitter patter, patter sound on the roof or of the rain upon the roof. You can see that such kind of words are being repeated. So the words which are being repeated in any poem is known as refrain. R-E-F-R-A-I-N. Refrain is the word which we use when we are actually repeating the things again and again. So here, as the poet is using the word patter on the roof or rain upon the roof, so what he is doing, he is actually repeating using refrain in his poetry. Moving on next, then the poet says that now in memory comes my mother as she used in years agone. To regard the darling dreamers, ere she left them till the dawn. Now what the poet wants to say is that now in his memory is coming his mother. As in the previous paragraph we have read that he was collecting lot of memories. He is recollecting lot of memories, and one of the memory was of his mother. Now as he was thinking, and as one memory weaves to the another, leads to the another memory, similarly as he was thinking of all the childhood or all the his earlier life days, so here comes the memory of his mother, who so memory, and she used in years agone. So actually his mother has gone long time back. It means that her mother is not alive. She is dead, like from a very years away, and she is not living with him, with the poet, as she is no more. And to regard the darling dreamers. So what he is saying that the mother who came and is actually regarding, giving a regard to the darling dreamers, to all the dreamers who actually dream, who are reliving their memories. His mother is also one of them. His mother has come to give a hope to the poet that she is still with him. Ere she left them till the dawn. So here E-R-E is just to give the effect, and E-R-E actually means before. So before she left them till the dawn. So he is recalling how his mother left him before the dawn, and actually he is just remembering and recalling his mother. Oh, I feel her fond looking on me. So poet says that I think my mother is very fond of looking at me. She just loves looking at me, and he is, wherever she is now, poet could feel that she is still looking at him. Wherever she is, she still knows that this is her son, and she is still just looking with all the love at him. As I list to this refrain, list is again a short form. So earlier people used to use down the words short in order to give this poetic effect to the poems. So list here means listen. So the poet says, as I listen to this refrain. So refrain, I told you just now, refrain means something which is being repeated. Okay, any line, any word which is being repeated. So what is repeated in the poem is the sound of the rainfall, the pitter patter. Okay, the sound of the rainfall is also a refrain here. Pitter patter word is also a refrain over here. So there are many refrains clearly. So the poet says that as he is listening to the refrain, to the sound of the rainfall, which is played upon the shingles by the patter of the rain. So he says that as he is listening to the sound of the rainfall, what he could feel is that his mother is also looking at him. With the sound of the rainfall, he is so lost that he could feel the presence of his mother. He feels that his mother is still looking wherever she is. She is looking at him and is asking him that you are supposed to dream. Dream as much as you can. Don't stop. Just grow. As if he feels that his mother is telling who has gone long time back, who is no more with him, who is no more alive, but is still there. Poet could actually feel the presence of her. So let's see what is the central idea of the poem.